Hello, everybody. This is Robert Hollis. I hope you're having a wonderful and blessed day. Today's title is 30,000 People for the Love of God. And so, for those of you that are watching on short videos or reels, please go to roberthollis.com /free. Get a copy of my book, How Is That Working? And we'll get started just here in a little bit. So, definitely here to celebrate. And want to really get a thought or an imagination into your mind. So, hi, Bill. How are you? I appreciate you. Hi, Craig. Hey, Kai. Happy payday. Absolutely. Hi, Angela. Hi, Lisa. Hi, John. Whoa, there you are, man. Appreciate you, brother. Melody. Pretty awesome. Get started here just in a little bit. Let it go one more time. Thank you, Mark Zuckerberg and Facebook, for sharing this. I can't wait to share this story with you. It's pretty awesome. All right, so we're a minute in, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hello, everybody. My name is Robert Hollis. I hope this video finds you and yours blessed and super happy and fulfilled. And the title today is 30,000 people. 30,000 people. Now, I'm pretty cool because I'm celebrating today. I forgot to get this up on my daily app here, but had 30,000 people that are now in my active people that are now in MDC. And I'm sorry for stuttering a little bit here because I was waiting for this to come up. But I want you guys to sort of really get a grasp on this. So you can see there, 30,000. So what is it? 21,787. And then customers, 8,405. People on subscription, 68. So pretty awesome. And the reason I wanted to explain this to you is because, 35 years ago, when I first got exposed to this industry, I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know, about network marketing, Amway, nothing about sales, any of that. And my mentor, Bill Gould at the time, he had a briefcase and he did a presentation. This is after, I probably was in the company for about a couple of years. And he did a video called Opportunity of a Lifetime. And it was in Beverly Hills. It was at the Pink Hotel. And he stood up there. This is probably, I would say, golly, 1988, maybe 1989. And he went up there and he was talking about this business and all the really cool things about it. And then what he did is he opened up his briefcase. And back then, for those of you that might not know this, it was called a dot matrix printer. And so the pages were twice as long as a normal printer, but it went on folds of paper. So it would fold like, it would just do this deal. And then the printer would go across back and forth and it would go back and forth. And he had his printout in there. And back in those days, we had to order our printout, of course, before internet, before cell phone, and we had to pay a dime per page. And so all I remember is I'm trying to figure out how to do this business. And Bill, opens a briefcase and he pulls it out and it's like all stuck together, right? And then what he does is he starts walking down the hallway between, the rolls, two big rolls. Probably, I bet you there was easily 1,000 people there. And it's going like this, and it just keeps folding down. He walks the whole length of this deal. And it's just sitting there going click, 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 and it's rolling out. And as he's talking, and then he said, listen, can you imagine? So that's what I'm going to say to you. Can you imagine having 30,000 plus people responsible for your income? Can you imagine having 30,000 30,000 plus people responsible for your income. And then he said this, allow this to get in your head. He said, if you had 30,000 people in your group, your team responsible for your income, what if they only worked 1 hour a month? They only worked 1 hour a month. You would get paid off 30,000 hours that month. And I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. Then he started walking up the print, drop the printout, and then he walks all the way up to the middle and he picks the printout up, right? And he looks at it and he says, here's Melody Ryba. She did a little bit of volume, shows her volume, and then I go across and look at this line, and then this says, what my commission was on Melody. And what was crazy back then is there was dots before the name that would tell you what level that person was on. And so I can remember Bill saying, look, this person's on, and he's counting the dots, and he's going, she's on my 31st level. I don't know Melody. I don't know where she lives. I don't know anything about her. I just know that she purchased some product for her and her family. And the company gave me some money for that. And then he said another thing that just blew me away. He said, can you imagine what if they only worked 1 hour a month and all you got paid was $1? $1 per month per the amount of active affiliates, distributors, independent business owners. What if you just got paid $1 a month per person? And I'm telling you, ladies and gentlemen, from that point on, that's all I wanted to do. All I wanted to do is build an active organization. And here's something that's very, very important. You just got to let the people do what they want to do. Be there, love them, support them. Do whatever you can to help them. Because some people are going to be an affiliate just to buy the product. Do they have maybe dreams of one day finding someone that would like to supplement or replace their income? Of course they do, but they just don't do it. They might just want to be customers. They just might want to be a person that's an affiliate buying product for them and their family. The average is always going to be 2.5. I thought it was pretty amazing with that picture that I showed you guys, is that with that picture, if you took 21,787, right, and you divide, that by 8,405, that's 2.5. The average person will bring in 2.5 people. So that's when I really understood this industry, that some people will just become affiliates or customers, and then some people might bring in one person, maybe two persons, and then there's other people that will bring in more. So let me go over here to team, and then I'm going to click on enroller list. Let that populate up. And so you can see here that this is under team. And so I have 135 personally enrolled affiliates, and I have 17 customers. So that's after 4.5 years of doing this business. And so it's just a different psychology. It's a different philosophy of how you do the business. And when you realize that if you offer an incredible opportunity to the masses, you dine with the classes. This gives you security. This gives you certainty. This gives you the ability to continue to grow. In a previous company, I put in 758,000 people. So as we continue to grow, it's amazing that the person that I look up to the most is a guy named Jeff Roberti that has over 1 million active people in his organization. 1 million people. And so when you really understand this industry, you do things different when you realize that your goal is to find the right people at the right time instead of overtraining them, instead of babysitting them, instead of being everything you possibly can for them. You know, if I wanted to learn a new skill and go to college, I'd have to first research, find the college, see if they had the thing that I wanted to learn. Then from there, I would have to pay tuition and I would have to show up. I would have to show up in class, take the courses, and then pass the test. I would have to take the stuff I learned and apply it. And I see so many people that just overtrain, and just keep, what I call beating up the cows. And that's exactly what I'm going to name the video tomorrow. And it's like, what they do is they keep trying to motivate and they keep trying to beat up and get people to do things that they just don't want to do. Why not just accept them for who they are and let them play the way they want to play? Be there to love and support them. Be there to do whatever you can constantly. Tell them where they can go to stay plugged in. But if they don't plug in, don't beat them up. Don't, constantly send the same messages. I see when I do videos, I see people tagging people. Hey, look at this, look at this, look at this. It's awesome to do that, and it's awesome to share it with them. But if they're not plugged in, it's just that they're not at the right time in their life. Let them do what they're going to do. Your goal, your thing you need to do is get more people. So if you had 30,000 people doing a little bit, then guess what? You can make a pretty good income. I'm definitely making more than $1 per person per month. And that's how you build this business. Because if you consistently build new legs of people and you let them engage, participate the way they want to, then it's easier to find more of them than consistently trying to say, why isn't my group motivated? And why won't my group go to the trainings? And why won't my people go into action? Why won't my people do this? And it's exhausting. Like I seen Melody put on here. It's so exhausting trying to get other people to do something that they don't want to do. So they either believe in the possibilities or they don't. They either believe that they can do it or they don't. So your goal is to lead by example. Your goal is to lead by example to show what's possible. Not to overtrain and put together all kinds of stuff for them and all this stuff. That's not what what the goal is. If you reached out to any major corporation or any person that's made over 1 million plus in this industry, they're consistently bringing in new people. Why? Because some people don't even do a little bit. Some people allow things to get in their head and they're looking for a shortcut. They finally make a decision that this isn't for them. Or maybe they get someone that's super excited more than them. And so then they leave your company and go to another company. And that's totally okay. That's called attrition. But a lot of people want people in their group to do more than they're doing. That's not the way to do that. I've always heard from day one in this industry that you want a lot of people doing a little bit. Now, out of those lot of people, you're going to find the numbers are the same all over the world. You're going to have about 3% of the people that you have that go, you know what? I really want to make an extra $300, $400, $500 a month. I want to make more money to pay for the product that I love for me and my family. And then out of that 3%, you're going to have 1%, less than 1% of people that go, wait a minute, are you telling me that there's people that make six figures, mid six figures at this? Yeah, I'm one of them. I'm one of them. That's the kind of money I want. Are you trying to tell me that there's people that make over $1 million a year doing this? Yeah. I want to be one of those. I want to be one of those. So when you're consistently thinking about trying to get your people to do more than they're doing right now, just love up on them and focus on finding the right people at the right time. Does that make sense? So I say this in celebration. It's the 7th time that I've done this. And it never gets old. It never gets old. There's a lot of people out there that say, money doesn't make you happy. I know poverty doesn't. You know what I mean? But there's nothing more fulfilling for me than to see an organization growing with a maximum momentum and seeing people supplement their income, replace their income, make more money than they ever made. So share this with people. Do me a huge personal favor. Share this with people. And if you watch this video from someone that shared it, get back with them and say, hey, listen, I want to create a free account. I want to check out this training. I want to check out exactly this incredible system that's disrupting the home-based business industry. Give me more information. Show me what to do. So get back with that person and ask them for their link to become a free affiliate, plug into the training, and I'm here to help you every step of the way. You can go to roberthollis.com/free, not only to get a copy of my best-selling book, How Is That Working, but also I've been sharing videos almost daily. Almost daily. I'm at almost 600 videos on YouTube on all the different aspects of this industry, the different thoughts, the different philosophies, the different paradigms, how to change your mindset. You know what I mean? How to set your mind at the place where you know that you're enough, that you can do this. So if no one's giving you permission to succeed, let me be the first. I love and appreciate you, and we'll see you guys on the next video. I appreciate you so much. So thanks, Sherry. Thank you, Peter, Danielle. Let me see who else here. It only lets me scroll up a little bit. Angela, Jean. It was so nice to see John on here. Hey, Javi. Hi, Sasha. And that's it. Take care. See you tomorrow.